Hey Brent, how did the site visit go?
Good, Alexis. A classic arch-shaped crack pattern is observed.
Who observed the crack pattern?
We did. It was recommended to construct access road A.
Who recommended that?
The design team. It helps control access to Western Road.
What helps control access? Why are you talking in passive voice?
It sounds more professional. I've always been taught to talk in passive voice. In the field of engineering, it is especially effective when the agent is unknown or unimportant. Descriptions of project locations, geology, or old structures often use passive voice effectively because the agent is unknown or unimportant. Passive could also be used when you have already established the agent and now the receiver of the action is the topic of interest. Many descriptions of methods use passive voice effectively after the agent has been stated in an initial active voice sentence. Finally, passive could be used when our audience asks you to. For example, instructors may ask students to use passive voice in the method sections of lab reports. Their instructions reflect the context of that kind of academic writing. The agent is unimportant or assumed to be the student writer.
You don't always have to speak in passive voice. You can also use active voice.
Well, when should I use active voice?
Let me explain. Active voice is especially effective when you need to establish responsibility. If the responsibility for observations, actions, assumptions, recommendations, or judgments is unclear, readers become confused and firms may take on liability unintentionally. Use active voice when you are emphasizing a client-consultant relationship. For instance, we, the engineers, do something that you, the client, wanted. Finally, passive voice makes the content hard to follow. Active voice expresses actions in the most direct and concise way, so it is the easiest structure for readers to interpret.
I still don't understand. How do we know when to use active or passive voice?
Let's take a look at some examples. My friend Amber will walk you through them.
Let's take a look at a few examples that explain the difference between active and passive voice and when to use either one. The first example, for the sentence written in active voice, says that, at your request, we visited a potential substation location near the intersection. The same sentence written in passive voice states that it was requested to visit a potential substation location near the intersection. In this example, the sentence written in active voice says that, per your request, SRL Engineering has completed an investigation for the proposed northbound alignment of Highway 65 and the Elderwood Parkway Bridge. The same sentence written in passive voice states that, per the request, an investigation was completed for the proposed northbound alignment of Highway 65 and the Elderwood Parkway Bridge. Now, the reason being that both of these examples are preferred to be written in active voice is that both examples make responsibility explicit and they also emphasize the client-consultant relationship. The opening sentence reminds the recipients that they have a contractual agreement with the engineering firm. The subjects are short and they are known information, established in the memo header. Firms defer in preference for we or the firm name with the active voice. The meaning is equivalent. Now, let's take a look at two examples in which passive voice is recommended. In these examples, the first one being a project description. The sentence written in active voice says that the engineer from SRL Engineering noticed that the project is located at the junction of I-290 and Highway 444. The same sentence written in passive voice says that the project is located at the junction of I-290 and Highway 444. In this example, for Bridge 852.9, the sentence written in active voice states SRL Engineering constructed Bridge 852.9 to be 184 feet long in the year 1952. This is according to the Bridge Engineering Baseline Report. The same sentence written in passive voice states, according to the Bridge Engineering Baseline Report, this 184-foot long bridge was constructed in 1952. Now, the reason being that both examples are recommended to be written in passive voice is that both of these examples are passive because the agents are unknown or unimportant. In the first example, there is no agent for the location of the project. It is dependent on the roadways. In fact, you could alternatively call is plus located a linking verb, is being the verb and located being the adjective. In the second example, the baseline report may not tell who constructed the bridge, and that detail is irrelevant to its current condition. The subjects are short and were established in the headings.
Hi Brent, I hope this helped explain the difference for using active or passive voice for professional writing.
It definitely did, Amber. Now I don't know how to make my professional writing even better.
Awesome.